37-12 run with complimentary plays here on the Video Report over the past 3.5 weeks after taking a split last night, cashing in with the Brewers. But unfortunately, Dodgers only won 4-3 at Philadelphia and failed to cover as the run-line dog. But still, 37-12 run with the comp plays. I will take it, so will you. Now, today's plays, Cubs, Giants, and Blue Jays and Twins coming up in just a moment, plus a rundown of who's hot and who's not. But first of all, guys, indulge me for a second because I want to talk about the charity play of the week, which won again for the 17th time in 23 weeks last night. 17th time in 23 weeks. You've got a major play from one of the handicappers here absolutely free. And for the fourth consecutive week, the handicapper that provided that free winner was Jeff Benton. So once again, my thanks going out to him as he cashed in last night with his total winner on Houston and Texas under the posted price. Now it's time for your turn. It's time for you to make a donation. Quid pro quo. And I bring you the story of a 4-year-old boy by the name of Mac. Mac was diagnosed with a form of cancer at the age of 18 months old, subsequently underwent surgery, then 6 months of chemotherapy treatment. Listen, my sister-in-law today is finishing up her final chemotherapy treatment. Now, she is 50-some years old, and it has just been an absolute terror. It has just been so hard for her. And watching somebody take 6 rounds of chemotherapy over an 18-week period, just grueling. She's in her 50s. I can only imagine what it was like for this little guy at that tender age to undergo chemotherapy over a 6-month period after having surgery as well. Well, this particular cancer, the type of tumor that he had, affected the muscles in the body. Physical therapy, water therapy, hippotherapy, they've all been recommended, but unfortunately insurance doesn't cover the total bill. So somebody set up a fundraising page asking for some help to offset some of the costs. So now I'm asking you to make a donation. And you can do so if you happen to be watching the video today on my website by simply scrolling down the page underneath the video report and clicking on the link. Visa, MasterCard, your credit cards, PayPal, all accepted. There's even an option if you want to do a bank draft. It's a worthy cause, guys. And as I always tell you, I don't care if you give today or you give a week from now when you collect from your offshore sports book. I don't care if you give $5 or $50. All I ask is that you participate in the cause because that's what matters the most. So again, please make a donation. Now, indulge me one step further. You know, this community of caregivers that we have created, because without you, it doesn't work, okay? I don't do it for acknowledgement. I don't do it for publicity. I don't think it's going to buy my way into heaven. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I just do it because I believe it's the right thing to do. And I believe that we can never have enough positive karma in our life. However, don't for a minute think that the people that you are helping out there when you make donations aren't appreciative of those financial contributions. And I want to read a couple of them that just came to my attention here. You know, 3 times over the past 2 months, I asked you to make donations to a family in northern Ohio who lost their son at the age of 17 in a accident when he was hit by a deer. The car went off the road. Even though he was wearing a seatbelt, it cost him his life. And here, a year and a half after he passed away so tragically, they were still facing a couple of $1,000s of funeral expenses. So I asked you 3 different times over the past couple of months to make a contribution. The person that set up the fundraising put a note on that site that they eclipsed their stated goal. And it was in large part thanks to you out there. And I just want to read to you what was passed on, okay? The gentleman said, "What an incredible thing to wake up to. When we set our goal, I was worried that we would have a hard time reaching it. Some really wonderful people have stepped up and helped Nathan's family. To the family and friends who contributed, thank you. I know your kindness is a direct reflection of Nathan's goodwill in giving nature. He's been such a positive, bright beacon in our lives. The greatest tribute I can think of is to step up and take care of his family. And every one of you has shown a little Nathan by giving so generously. To those of you who have never met Nathan or his family, first off, let me say a big thank you. And if we could fittingly express our gratitude to all of you, I'm sure you would come away with an understanding of just how special Nathan McKee was. We will forever feel his loss and forever be inspired by his wit, his wisdom, and his optimistic approach to life." So guys, it just shows you people out there care for what you are doing. One more, which I just came across as well. You may recall about a month and a half ago, there was a girl by the name of Paola who came from a small town in Arkansas. Her teacher put up a fundraising page. I believe the girl was a sixth grader as she was undergoing treatment for cancer to help offset some of the family's expenses. The woman, the school teacher that put up the donation page, wrote that another thank you to Al DeMarco and his wonderful community of givers. An enormous number of the donations given during this campaign were from complete strangers who came to this page via his charity pick of the week. And I'm sure most of them had never even heard of a little Arkansas town called Clarendon before, but were willing still to give their help to a little girl and her family during hard times. You are wonderful, and I can't thank you enough. So again, guys, you make a difference. It's not just me. It's all of us combined. And again, you're not going to see stories about this in some newspaper, on some wire service. You're not hearing me on the radio or TV blaring about it. I should, though. I should publicize the damn thing because I'd like to get more money for people in times of need. But anyway, the bottom line is it certainly helps, and that's the whole purpose behind the program. Okay, listen, as you know, every time a charity play wins, I am not beyond bribing you, because I figure if I give you even bigger discounts, it'll spur you on to giving more money, or at least making a donation in the first place. So every time the charity play wins, I give you an opportunity to save $125 off the purchase price of any 30-day handicapper package simply by using coupon code SAVE125. That's SAVE125. You don't have to buy Jeff Benden's package. You can buy anybody's package here at the site, any 30-day package. And remember, as I always tell you, the 30-day package prices, they are the same today as they were yesterday. They were last week. They were last month. They're probably going to go for some guys up in the football season because, you know, if they're coming off great football seasons, that's their right to do so. But these are the same prices as yesterday. You save $125 off the top by using coupon code SAVE125, no space between the word and the number. And keep in mind, guys, that with this coupon code, it is the type of coupon that let's say you had 10 days left of a particular handicapper's package. You want to get another 30 days. Well, that'll give you 40. You save $125 off the top, and if you have an instant rebate, they are applicable as well. Perhaps you just want to take a 7-day flyer on a particular handicapper. You can save $50 off of any handicapper's 7-day package by using coupon code SAVE50. And should you ever have any questions, you can always contact customer service. They're always there to help you out. Half price play of the day. I'm going to talk about Matt Rivers, but first, I'm going to point out something. He had won 7 out of 8 major wager releases. 3-0 sweep with blank check plays, 4-0 sweep with normal top-rated 5,000 star releases over the past 3 weeks, and you got them all at least half price off before he lost last night's blank checker on the Royals on the run line. So that means he's 7-2 the past 3 weeks of major wager releases, and you've got in every single one of them at least half price. And that's why I'm coming right back with him today. Because today he's got another blank check waive the rating game. 2015 Underdog Game of the Year. It goes on the nighttime card. It's the half price play of the day. It matches Tuesday's winner on the Yankees plus $1.20 on the run line and a whopping of Boston. It matches Monday's winner on the Angels over Cleveland. Matches Saturday's play on the Astros as a run line dog over the Angels. Bigger than his third straight Sunday night Game of the Year winner on the Mets over the Nationals a couple of days ago. And he is 10-4. In his 12 years here as a charter member of this site with Blank Check Baseball Plays, you get it for half price simply by using the coupon code BLANK, B-L-A-N-K. Now, all your other promos, etc., including a big play from Jeff Benton that's heavily discounted after he won you free money again for the 4th straight week. You might want to check out his 80-dimer tonight. It's a late-night game. Who is it? Astros and A's, I believe it is. Let's get to the comp plays. First one, I am going to take the Chicago Cubs at home against the San Francisco Giants. I know Chris Heston has certainly pitched great here this season, but listen, he struggled in his last start, and he was certainly overdue. 4 2/3 innings at Texas, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits and needing 93 pitches and not even getting through 5 innings. True, he had a 0.95 earned run average in his previous 4 starts. But I just think this is a good spot to go against the Giants, even though they've won 16 of their last 21 overall, even though they've won 7 of their last 9 at Wrigley, even though they've won 8 of their last 12 on the road. Geez, makes you think maybe I'm on the wrong side here, huh? But no, I still like the Cubbies here. You know, Jason Hamill went through a tough stretch, and then he finally had a nice, strong start. 1 run allowed in 5 2/3 innings against Milwaukee on Friday. I think I used, that was one of my plays, in fact, this past Friday. And he has a 3.08 earned run average and 9 home starts as well. Buster Posey may not play today for the Giants. You know how important he is to their lineup. Cubs had won 6 in a row before losing 7-5 at Pittsburgh last night. Went 5-1 on the road trip, coming back home with momentum. I like the Cubbies in this spot here. Your other complimentary play, I am going with the Toronto Blue Jays on the run line, making them like $1.35 to $1.45 dog, depending on where you price it, at home tonight against the Minnesota Twins as they look to complete a 4-0 sweep. I couldn't put my money on Toronto tonight, only because Mark Buehrle handed an early lead in his last start out, committed a costly fielding miscue in that game that cost me a big win and a big amount of money on the Blue Jays that night. So I got to hold it against him coming here tonight. But listen, the bottom line is, he's pitched well at home this season. I mean, okay, he did blow the last game as far as I'm concerned, but still, in 9 home starts, 5-1 with an earned run average of 3.09. I think the Blue Jays have won 6 of those 9 starts. What do the Twins bring to the table here? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. They've lost 13 out of 17. They've lost 7 out of 8 on the road. They hadn't been scoring before miraculously putting 7 runs on the board last night, and you know the Blue Jays were my best bet last night, right? They were a 15-dime best bet on the run line. They were down 3-0 after the top of the first, and that they rallied for a 9-7 win. And FYI, just a little aside, did I not tell you? Drew Hutchinson, it's like they score runs for this guy. It's amazing. Over 6 runs of support per game at home. Over 9 runs a game of support on the road. Last night, he gives up a 3-0 lead in the first, and the Jays come back and they win the damn game 9-7. That's how bad the Twins are. Kyle Gibson. Generally, I like riding him at home for Minnesota and going against him on the road. They haven't given him any run support lately. Of course, they haven't been scoring any runs or getting many hits, period, of late. They've only scored 2 runs in his last 3 starts since the All-Star break. So, the Jays have won the first 3 games of the series 5-1, 3-1, 9-7. They have won 7 out of 8 in their last 8 games here on this homestand. And, this was a big crucial homestand for them, as I pointed out in my analysis yesterday, because this is the time they had a front-loaded schedule in terms of road games. So this is the time for them to make up room, and they certainly have done so. Matter of fact, they've overtaken the Twinkies for the second wildcard spot in the American League and pushing the Angels for the number 1 spot. And listen, they are far from out of it in the AL East, but they've got to keep winning at home, especially since the Yankees are playing such good ball here at the moment. So, going to go with the Blue Jays on the run line and the Cubbies straight up on the money line. Those are your 2 complimentary plays. Best of luck to you guys. I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.